We're going to have many experiences and go on many journeys. But there are two journeys that are more important than any other adventure that you could have. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started looking in deeply into what you need in order to accelerate your ascension journey. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, here with you from the Heart Healing Foundation. And I am so excited and delighted that you are all here because I want your ascension journey to be as easy and seamless as it can possibly be. It is a wonderful journey of growth, and I would just love to see that it is not so difficult for everyone. Now, I see, Jeff, that you have a question, and a very wise one at that. So let's immediately identify what is the ascension journey. So, this is an understanding of moving from the ego, which represents more of the physical world, to the divine, which is more of a representation of your spiritual self. Now, what confuses people sometimes is that when you let go of the ego's dominance, it doesn't mean that you are letting go of yourself or your identity. Because remember, we're the microcosm that is part of the macrocosm that is the divine. So you are not all that the divine are, but they are all that you are. You have parts of yourself that you have left out of the alignment that are not truthful. They are not real. They are just part of the illusion of you going on this adventure. But the being, the soul being that you are, remains connected to the divine and in alignment with that source, even when you are unconsciously off having your life adventure. But the best way that I think I can describe this to you is that when you are in kindergarten, and this by this I mean not losing yourself when you align more deeply with the divine. I think that's one of our earliest confusions and concerns is, will I still be me if I allow more of the divine to be part of me? But just imagine that you're in kindergarten and you've got the capacity and the ability to do about this much. And this is perfectly appropriate for where you are and how old you are, and that's fine. But if by the time you get through high school, you would hope that you have this much available to you. And yet you are still the same being. You're still this being that started out. However, the being, the knowledge, the wisdom has expanded. And that is wonderful and powerful. So, by the time you get through with all of your life experiences, and life is often like a school, you will have so much more available to you. Well, if you can imagine that even though you have quite a bit more wisdom and experiences with the divine, with your life school adventures, now imagine that you have allowed yourself to unite with all that is. Just imagine how much more wisdom, how much more clarity, how much more vision, how much more of you could bring to every situation. You have more ability to act in your best interest and in the interest of all others that you may be interacting with in any way, shape, or form. And let's remember that when it comes from God, it will bring neither hurt nor harm to anyone or anything. So when you are saying, well, I need to let go of the stranglehold the ego has on me and open to this greater me that exists within the divine alignment, you are not losing that essence. You're just allowing it to expand as though you now have knowledge and wisdom that you didn't have access to when you were holding yourself within the confinement of the ego. So that is what ascension is. Now, let's look at how we can do it most easily. Remember, we're going to take two journeys. The first one I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, and it is the one that's going to open the door for all else to follow. But before we can begin anything, we need to understand where we are. You don't do this with shame and blame or a lot of condemnation. You simply assess, where am I? Am I in that place of, oh, I'm just looking. Life is pretty good. I'm feeling okay, but I think I would like more. If you're in the place of just looking, that's fine. That's just a different commitment. However, you may be in the other place or somewhere in between the two where your life has become so painful the way that it is that you are willing to do most anything to move from a life lived in the unconscious state to a life lived consciously and responsibly. So, how are we going to determine where we are? First of all, let's remember that the journey is not you going somewhere. It is you going within and discovering all that you are. It is not the acquisition of more property or more money or more friendships or social status. It is determining who you are and what you want to become. So it is falling into oneness with the divine, which means you must let go of everything that's holding you back, which is why it's so important to begin with that baseline of where am I and where do I want to go? If you say, well, I'm here and I feel stuck, but I don't want to let go of anything that is holding me, then you acknowledge, okay, I'm just looking. I'm not really ready to go more deeply into this, and that's okay. Look around, see whether you can get to the place where it will feel comfortable. It's a journey of transformation with me, which means you are going to be changing from the ego to the unity of Christ consciousness. And this is a huge shift, but it doesn't require much from you except agreement. So let's establish that agreement right now. And we're going to do that with an affirmational statement. And then we're going to take our first journey. So, first, let's just close our eyes. And the reason that I always ask you to close your eyes when you are making a statement of affirmation is so that you are not distracted by the world around you, but that you are aligning yourself with the world within. You want the world within to direct you in the world that happens around you. That way, you're not going to be pulled off in distracting directions that may bring harm because you don't understand the consequences of your choices. If you allow the inner world, the world of the divine, to guide you, you will be guided forward with the greatest ease and joy. Doesn't mean you won't have challenges, but you will be able to navigate through them with greater ease. So, closing your eyes, take a deep breath, attention on your energetic heart center located right in the middle of your chest. Clear away the pain and repeat. I'll say it once and then you can repeat it after me. I am ready and willing to transform my life. Now repeating, I am ready and willing to transform my life. Whenever you have an I am statement, you are making a claim to whatever follows. So be sure that your I am statements affirm life, health, well being, whatever it is that you truly want to acquire, and not sickness, poverty, um, a broken relationship. Make sure that you are always being conscious of what you are claiming after that I am statement. In this case, we're claiming transformation. We're moving from the individual to the collective unity consciousness. And this is the Christ consciousness in which we are all steeped. So it is not as if you are moving from a place you are not to a place you are. It is just you moving more fully into the awareness of where your soul, your being already is. So it is not something that is alien to you. It is simply a coming home of the part of you that was out exploring is joining now the part of you that has been holding you in this Christ consciousness, holding you to the center point. And let's remember, us, unity doesn't mean no you. It's not this you. You are now so much more. You fill out, you become wiser, more knowledgeable, more capable. So it's not you getting less, it is you becoming more. But it is still your being that is the asset in this equation. So you is not going to disappear. You bring a valuable gift. You have a way of operating in the world that the world needs. This is not an attempt to eradicate you. It is simply to give you more tools and greater access to the divine. So let's repeat that affirmation one more time. I am ready. Let's close our eyes again. I am ready. Just breathe that. I am ready and willing to transform my life. Now, one of the easiest ways to transform your life quickly and with the least amount of resistance is to move your awareness from your head to your heart. So that's the first journey that I want us to take today. That is simply saying, instead of giving in to this barrage of thoughts that may or may not be in alignment with the divine and the wisdom of the universe, I'm going to allow all that is up here to be filtered through the wisdom of the heart. So let's give ourselves permission to receive that right now. Let's go on that adventure, that migration from the head to the heart. Closing your eyes. Take a deep breath. And now place your attention right on the middle of your chest. And this is our affirmation. I give myself permission to align with the wisdom of the heart. Take a deep breath. I give myself permission. Repeating, I give myself permission to align with the wisdom of the heart. Now you'll notice that I put two hands here on my energetic heart center. If you don't have your hands on your heart center already, do so now. Place one and see if you can feel energy moving around the palm. Remember, in the center of the palm is an energy center. So place one. Feel the energy, place the other. Feel an increase in energy and just affirm, I allow myself to align. I allow myself to align. Oh, now when you start with this barrage of thoughts, instead of immediately giving in to them and feeling overwhelmed by them, I want you to take a moment to go into the heart and ask yourself, which of these thoughts are true? If they represent divine truth, they will be unconditionally loving and accepting. They will bring you joy and peace. So if you are hearing things like, you're not worth anything, you have no value, you have nothing to offer, go into the heart. Is this true? It cannot be true. It's not unconditionally loving. It is not accepting. It doesn't bring joy and it doesn't bring peace. Then you need to ask yourself, what is true? Now, you may not be able to find that just yet. So let's continue on this ascension journey so you can understand how you can align more fully with the heart. So, next thing we have to look at is your commitment. Even though it's a journey within, it is still a journey, and a journey requires you to do the work. If you are waiting for God to do the work for you, or for society to give you permission to do the work or do that work for you, it's not going to happen. So, you need to begin seeing yourself as the divine see you. So, this means, and the ascension journey indicates, that you are moving from the ego into the realm of the divine, a higher, lighter vibration. It's not you moving to another state physically or another place. You don't have to relocate your physical body. You must allow your energetic body to rise to its highest level. And that means that you must see you and your situations as the divine see you. You see, we can't solve a problem from the space of the problem. We must go to where the solution is in that divine realm and allow ourselves to receive the information we need so that we can move beyond or ascend past the problem. So, how does the divine see you? They see you as you are. They see you as magnificent. They see you as more than enough, and they see you as perfect. Now, you might say, well, I made a lot of mistakes. I understand. I've made a lot of mistakes too. However, that never changed the divine's view of me, because they see me as I truly am, not as that outer covering that I adopted as I wanted to navigate through my explorative journey. So, all they're asking you to do is take off the clothing that is no longer appropriate. You may not have all the information, but you are perfect with the information that you have. And from that state of perfection, you are able to open yourself and receive even more information on a continuous basis. So you keep getting more and more perfect for every moment that you occupy, and you become more and more open to wisdom and more able to navigate the life experience. So, ascension is accessing all that you already are and then building on it. If you believe that you are unworthy, then you have forgotten who you are. But the beautiful thing about the divine is they don't think. Excuse me, they don't forget. They don't have an ego that wants to tell them things that are not true. They are complete. They are complete in their ability to offer unconditional love and acceptance to all. And unconditional love says, I see you made a mistake, but your mistakes don't define you. This being that is you, that is capable of growing, that is capable of becoming even more, that is capable of great love, this is who you are. So they invite you to step into your fullness instead of condemning you for what you were not able to do because you didn't yet have the comprehension. So commit to seeing yourself as the divine see you. Now, let's affirm what you are and how you are seen. Because if you just say, yeah, I commit to it, and you don't take any action that will follow that up, the ego is still yammering away in your ear, and it's going to be really difficult to hold on to the truth of who you are. It's going to slip away, and then you may tell yourself something that isn't true, which is, I have no value. So let's make sure that in addition to committing, you are also affirming. As a child of the divine, you are always perfect. You are still learning, but you are perfect for where you are. This is why you are able to say and mean it. You are never lying when you are in alignment with the divine. You can say and mean, I am perfect for where I am. The most important thing is that you recognize your perfection. If you tell yourself, I am a failure, I don't matter, I have nothing to offer, I am no good, this little box starts constricting. You are filling yourself up with lies. When you tell yourself the truth, I am perfect for where I am, you take that fear away. Say it again. I am perfect for where I am. You start seeing possibilities. Say it again. I am perfect for where I am. Say it again and again and again. The limitations begin falling off because you start seeing yourself as capable instead of as unworthy. And Evan, I'm glad you're here. So, our affirmation, I think you've guessed it. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Attention on the energetic heart center. I am perfect as I am. Repeating after me, I am perfect as I am. Now, that particular affirmation has two I ams in it, which makes it doubly powerful because it's stating the truth, and yet it is acknowledging that you, the I am, are already that truth. So make sure that you honor yourself with that throughout the day. Okay, so now let's keep going on this adventure. First, you've agreed to the transformation, which is the most important thing. And again, even if you're just looking, let yourself explore. But for those of you who said, yep, I'm all in, you've agreed to the transformation. You've committed to the journey. You're not asking anyone else to do it for you. And you've accepted the truth of your being. I am perfect as I am. So now it is time for you to align with growth. You've got to give yourself permission to become more. So often in society, we are brought so low and we are told, oh, don't even try. You'll never be able to do that. And it may come from a well-meaning person, but it is very stifling. So let's align with growth because ascension is all about growth. You cannot say, I'm on a journey of ascension. I want to align more fully with the divine and stay here. The divine are everywhere, everything. You too must grow to the extent that you are capable so that more of the divine is interacting with more of you. And that way you will have more of that wisdom. You become more. You will have more to offer to the world. So you're aligned with growth, and your affirmation is, I allow myself to be even more. So let's go into the heart and do that. First, you said you were perfect, but we don't want to shut that door. You've given yourself some confidence. You've given yourself a deep breath. You've allowed yourself to feel that, hey, I do have something to offer. Now we're going to take it even further. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, place your attention on your heart center. And the affirmation is, I allow myself to be even more. Repeating after me and feel this. I allow. You gave permission. I allow myself to be even more. Woo, take a deep breath and feel that one. You've acknowledged, hey, I'm something valuable and I can be even more valuable. Do you see how this is building on each other, and you are becoming more and more and more? Now let's remember, every person has free will, and I want you to use yours to grow by allowing yourself to become even more. Please don't use your free will to become a puppet of society and say, unless I'm like them, I can never be enough. Give yourself permission to be you. You are perfect as you are. Now give yourself permission to be even more. That's the clincher right there. Keep the growth. So now we have a really good foundation. We know where we are, we know where we are going, we know why we are going there, and we are giving ourselves permission to keep becoming even more, because we recognized that we are more than enough. We are perfect in every moment that we occupy, even if we are making a mistake. Mistakes are not the end of the world. They are a tool to learn. So relax. Wherever you are is perfect for where you are. And then give yourself permission to be even more. So now you are ready and willing. You're committed to divine growth. You are seeing yourself as worthy, and you've aligned with growth. So now we want to take the limits off. All of us have been raised with limitations by parents who believed they were doing a good thing in most cases. So let's let go of that outmoded belief. We understand now we are spiritual beings, not physical beings, and spiritual beings have no limitations. So let's let go of the way our parents thought life needed to be lived, and let's step into the way the divine know life can be lived for an optimal journey. And we're going to affirm this time, I am a powerful being. I am capable of greatness. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Make sure you take that deep breath. It's beautifully cleansing and healing. It'll clear away any of that nasty stuff that you might have tried to shove in there when you were unconscious. Close your eyes, take that breath, invite in Holy Spirit fire to cleanse that area. And now, with your attention on the heart center, let's affirm this for you. I am a powerful being. I am capable of greatness. So, repeating after me, I am. Take that breath. I am, breathe it in, a powerful being. Yes, you are. I am a powerful being. I am capable of greatness. Yes, you are. You are capable of so much more than you ever have believed. And the reason that you are afraid to believe is because people have told you, oh, don't aim so high. What if you fail? So what? So what if you failed? Enjoy the journey. Get excited. Get delighted. Get going on trying new things and let go of anything that's associated with failure. If you fail, pick yourself up and try again, but allow yourself to be even more. So now you've really got great momentum going. Let's keep it going. This is a journey. You're not going to get there overnight. If you feel weary, you take a breath, you go into the heart, you affirm, I am more than enough. I am capable. I am a powerful being. I am perfect for where I am. And then you let yourself rest. But make sure that you are putting in daily effort, because if you say, okay, I'm going to really align with my being once a week, your journey is going to be pretty darn wobbly. And since you're in the world that never stops inputting its data into you, you're not going to have enough alignment built up to be able to deflect what the world is teaching you. So you will quickly revert back to your old program. This has to be a daily effort if it's really going to stick. Doesn't mean you spend hours and hours. 5 minutes a couple of times a day, 1 minute, whenever you think of it. Put these, and I will put it in the show notes. I will put all these affirmations that I shared with you. Put them on index cards, put them around your house, put them on the bathroom mirror, on your computer monitor, on your refrigerator. And when you see them, say them, but say them with meaning. Make sure you are getting value out of your spiritual practice. So keep that momentum going. And here's an affirmation for that, because we got one for everything today. This is every day I become even more. Close your eyes, take that deep cleansing and healing breath. Your affirmation is every day I become even more. Now repeating, every day I become even more. There is no limitation in that statement. There is nothing that is going to hold you back from what you want to accomplish, because every day you're becoming even more. And the time is 333. So just know the truth of that statement. No matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you're beginning. It matters that you are committing to the journey and putting effort in so that every day you will become more. Now, here's a wonderful technique that they have taught me that has helped me so much in the couple of weeks since they taught me to really keep my momentum going and to hold on to my energy. And actually, it got released by mistake. This technique was only supposed to be for my community that is where you are a member, but for some reason it don't make it public, didn't work. And so I will link this technique as well in the show notes so that you can all have an opportunity to see how practical the angels can be and to really use this to your benefit. And this is just to stop when you could have done more. So if you are the type of person that likes to push and push and push until you are exhausted, or you are not good at honoring yourself with rest breaks, then they want you to stop after you have succeeded. You got to get enough work in there so that you can feel good about what you've accomplished. But before you tip over onto the side of exhaustion, you stop and say to yourself, oh, I could have done more. Now, what's going to happen? First of all, you'll have a success. You're finishing on a success. So you're finishing right at the pinnacle. And instead of toppling over to exhaustion, which is where we often make mistakes, the last thing that you will think as you finish whatever it is that you're doing is, I could have done more. And then the next thing you go to approach this thing, that will be the first thing that you remember. Oh, I was successful at this thing last time, and I could have done more. So that you're not going to approach your work, your life, your anything with this attitude of, oh, it's a drudgery. It's going to be a joy. So that was a little angel gift for you. But as always, if you want to be part of my membership community, please, there are so many fabulous resources in there for you. So don't wait, run. And it's $11.11 a month to have access to these incredible techniques that the angels continue to bless us with. So you'll get that technique in the show notes. But remember, stop the pushing, the forcing, the whipping yourself into a state far beyond what you are capable of, and just allow yourself to stop once you have been successful at whatever you've done. Relax. I could have done more. And know that you are becoming more every day. And so you don't need to force or push. You can relax and enjoy. So what's next? Well, we got to build on that incredible momentum that you have accumulated. You're really going. This is like you. Well, when we're highway driving, the car often will drift for a long period of time because it's gained momentum. When we're in the city and it's stop and go, you have to expend a lot of effort to get your car to move forward. Get used to highway driving in your ascension journey. So this means don't criticize your mistakes. This might be a hard one for some of you, but just remember that everything that happens can be either viewed as for your highest good or as your biggest mistake. If you view it as for your highest good, you will learn something positive from it, and you will have much less likelihood of repeating the same mistake. If you view it as your biggest failure, you will be back there again and again and again until you stop applying the label of failure to whatever it was. You engaged in that activity for a reason. Discover why you wanted to be there instead of punishing yourself for getting there. And then take the lesson and let go of whatever didn't feel good. So don't criticize your mistakes, but do celebrate your victories. So, what would be a great victory? Well, if you remembered to stop before you were exhausted, you were successful at your task and you're feeling good, and then you look at your list and you say, I could do more, but I'm going to take a break. I'm going to honor myself. And breaks can be 5 minutes, they don't have to be 6 hours. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to do something that feels good to me. Celebrate that victory. Celebrate you honoring you. Celebrate every time you see, hey, last time I came up against this situation, I made a mistake and did this. I am so proud of myself that I chose to do this other thing instead that has a much better outcome. So, no criticism, but celebrate, celebrate, and celebrate. Celebrate every success, every step forward, every time you could have made that choice you've made in the past, and you chose to make one that honors you even more. Be in the space of honoring you, and you are in divine alignment. When you are in the space of criticism, you have cast yourself out into the illusion, which is the territory of the ego, and you are just saying, rip me apart, ego. Make me feel bad about myself. That's not necessary. We don't grow with criticism. We grow with acceptance. We grow with feeling like we can do something and we have value and that the expectation is that we are capable. Criticism sets the expectation that we are not capable, that we are failures. Set your sights high because you can get there. But don't set unrealistic expectations. Don't say, I'm going to learn how to run a marathon by tomorrow. That's just not capable. It in this world, in these physical bodies, we require training to get to that level of expertise. Recognize what has to go into your goal and be reflect that in your expectation. But let your goal be huge because you don't have to get there tomorrow. This is a journey. So enjoy it. And celebrating is one of the ways in which we keep that momentum really going. It uses the tools that we have mentioned all of this way. So let's look at all of the ways in which we have celebrated ourselves up until this point. First, we made a declaration about our commitment to going on the ascension journey, to being more, to becoming more, to feeling more expanded than ever before. Next, we committed to it. And then we are affirming this along the way. We are aligning with this new belief system and we are taking off the limits so that it becomes easier to acquire this, and we're creating momentum. And so what we've done here is sort of bake a cake. We've baked this wonderful cake that really tastes great, and now we are putting icing on it with the celebration. You are honoring all of your hard work up until this point. Okay, I got a correction. It's not hard work. You are honoring all of your chosen work up until this point, and now you're icing with the most delectable icing in celebration of all that you have accomplished. Yes, Jeff, go to your celebration. Now, and that is the last thing, the last of these 8 steps. And then I'm going to introduce you to who your helper is. And we've got just enough time. The last step is be proud of who you are. Be proud of that gully that you dragged yourself out of. But let's go back even further. Be proud of the fact that you agreed to have a life that would be filled with all sorts of uh, challenges and heartaches and setbacks and all of these things. So be proud of making the choice to be here. Number one, be proud of the family of origin that you chose to be born into, no matter what that family looked like, because it was the right choice for you. Whether it was wonderful or horrible, it helped you grow. Now, be proud of all of the ways in which you grew, either within that family or if you left that family outside of that family. Now, be proud of the fact that you're here wanting to expand even more. You're saying, yes, I'm going to be align to the divine and allow myself to expand with that wisdom so I can be of even greater value to myself and to the world. Be proud. There are so many people who, even with all of this change in the world, who are still hanging on to hate, to past hurts, to unforgiveness, who are just steeped in pain. And yet here you are saying yes to unconditional love, saying yes to acceptance, saying yes to expanding and to becoming more and to being of service to not only yourself, but to the world. So please be proud of the amazing being that is you. And please remember, there are no wrong choices. Everything leads you to a destination that is greater than you. And without those choices, you may not be in this position. So many people say to me, wow, you have a lot of bad choices in your background. Yes, I do. And I don't regret any of them. I have deep, deep gratitude for all of the people, the places, the experiences, and all of the things that happened because they lit a burning desire in me to get away from that and into this. If I had gotten that white picket fence that I so thought I wanted, I may still be living within that fence. All of the heartache and the hurt that I've experienced has led me here. I'm proud of that. I want you to be proud of everything that has led you here. It was necessary. Mine was necessary. Hey, if I had to do it again, I'd like to choose a less arduous path. However, let's celebrate that we are here now and be proud of these choices we're making. You can be anything you want to be, Mr. I'm 50 feet tall and bulletproof. You are. This is what you need to understand. Maybe your physical body is not going to be 50 feet tall. It may not be practical for you. Maybe you are still going to be able to be killed with a bullet. But the you that is you, that essence, that spirit is 50 feet tall and it is bulletproof and it is incredible. Absolutely magnificent. So now I have a 4 o'clock. So I got to tell you who your helper is today because really wonderful that we always have an energetic helper. Let's please remember, let this be your mantra. I am never alone. I am always surrounded by helpers. I am safe and loved. Actually, let's go into the heart for that one. Close your eyes, deep breath. I am never alone. Repeat that. I am never alone. I am surrounded by energetic helpers, angels, ascended masters, beings of love. I am always safe and loved. There is no exception to that rule. The physical body can wither and no longer exist. You, the spiritual being, are always safe and loved. And there is always a solution. However, you must be open to it. And the solution is not out here, it's in here. And that's why the Ascension journey is the most important journey of all of them. The first journey from head to heart allows you to begin and effectively go on your Ascension journey. We already went from the head to the heart. Keep your attention here in the heart. And now follow the 8 steps that we've gone through today, and you're going to see a great acceleration in your ability to really move with this spiritual energy. And your helper is Archangel Metatron. Now, his name is not one of the ELs that the rest of the angels have, because he was the scribe Enoch, and he was so righteous in his being, maintained his purity throughout his life, that he was given this high status in heaven. And so his name is the angel of presence. And what is most important is that we stay present to what we are thinking, saying, and doing. So we will immediately correct ourselves if we should ever dare to say, I am not enough. When you are present and conscious, you will get a gentle guidance back to the center that says, I am more than enough. And you will believe that, and you will feel it, and you will resonate with that, because that is divine truth. So, Archangel Metatron, as I said, he was the skilled and honest scribe. So, he's honest with you. He is going to guide you when you are blabbering on things that are not true or writing them out. He's going to remind you that you are more than enough and that you are perfect as you are. His purity will help you maintain your purity, because it's not that God dislikes you because you are not constantly in a state of positive purity. It is, he knows that you cannot be, excuse me. See, I grew up with a male God, and sometimes that still sneaks in, even though I can see them as masculine and feminine. That purity that Enoch is, and that God is, and that all of heaven is allowing you access to this incredible wisdom and support. Your negativity, your criticism, your doubt, your fear, your anger, they are holding you apart from it. So Archangel Metatron will share his purity with you, so you can take that breath and enter in to that space of alignment. He's the keeper also of the Akashic record, so we know that he cannot tell us something that is not true. He is helping you journal your progress through your lifetimes, and wants you to see that progress as powerful and perfect, not as full of mistakes and unworthy. And also, he is the mediator between heaven and earth. So if there's ever a time when you feel as though you're unable to understand the guidance that you're being given, you might want to call upon Archangel Metatron and say, I'm really struggling, not liking that word. I am really wanting to receive and understand this message clearly. Archangel Metatron, please help me interpret this message. It's not the words that they are objecting to, it is what those words represent. So when I said I'm really struggling, I could feel my energy contracting. When I said I'm really wanting to understand this message, I'm really desirous of this, my energy expanded. So I would be more able and to receive the message, more receptive to what they're wanting to say. Just check with your energy. It's not the words, it's the energy that they are bringing forth within you. If struggle doesn't have a negative resonance for you, you can use that word. Let's throw away the rule book and begin honoring the connection. And Evan loves Archangel Metatron. Now, for those who want to join my community, I'm going to give you 3 opportunities. You can always sign up to work with me individually or apply to be part of the group counseling. You can join the community. The community is $11.11 a month, and it gives you access to all of the techniques. It just doesn't give you the counseling. Or you can just join our Facebook group, which is completely free. But if you don't do anything except this, hop on our mailing list because you need to be inspired. So the mailing list is, I think it's the second link. Yeah, the first link is the community. Second link is the mailing list. And third is the Facebook group. Do not try to do this on your own when there is a support community that wants to honor you, wants to support you, and wants to help you to see yourself as you truly are. So, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for participating. I am Jeff is off to his celebration. Let's go, everybody. Go off to your celebration. I've got a podcast appearance coming up. After that, I will put in the show notes all of these affirmations for you and a link to the I Could Have Done More video. Lots of love, everyone. Thanks so much.